Happy holidays. We are back, and we are the I Can Do This All Day podcast. I'm Dan, the part-time Avenger. That is Mark, the resident Jedi.
Hello there. Today we're starting off in a cheery, Christmassy way with the gift that literally keeps on giving as long as you get it wet and feed it after midnight. Gremlins, one of our favorite holiday movies.
Gremlins. So this is a watch-along episode. This is designed for you to watch along with us. So if you are just tuning in for your first episode, we're sorry. Probably not the best episode. There's going to be a lot of long pauses and silences, and then a lot of random shit scattered in between. But Gremlins, it's on Max. Go check it out. Or if you're an old school movie cinephile like ourselves, then go ahead and pop in the DVD, the Blu-ray, maybe even a VHS, a Betamax, whatever you got. And we're going to start this up. Mark, how are you watching this?
I'm streaming this bad boy
On the Max. All right, as am I. So we are going to go ahead and hit play right now.
Look at that Warner Brothers logo.
Such a regal sounding logo there.
They don't do it like this anymore. There's like 75 different openings. This
Universal, I mean, Universal still has that. Ba, 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 ba.
No, but I mean, like, you don't see Warner Brothers and then by way of this, by way of this, by way of that, like 7 different companies. It's just one, man.
Yeah, who doesn't have a story? White guy walking into Chinatown looking for some pets.
It all started here in Chinatown.
That's hilarious.
I mean, who doesn't love Hoyt Axton?
So I will say that I have not seen this movie in quite a long time. I'm a bigger fan of the second Gremlins.
The second Gremlins is pretty choice. Maybe next year.
It's fun.
That's more of a New Year's movie, though, isn't it?
It is. That's true. True.
This is great. Just the den of hoarder antiquities.
Stereotypical.
There's nothing stereotypical about this. Who has candles and electric light bulbs all in the same place? Lots of
When was the last
crows.
time you watched this movie?
Oh, it's been a few years.
Okay.
It's been a few years.
Yeah, it's been at least a few years for me too.
Man, this is just wondrous. Do you know that Hoyt, the bathroom buddy maker, also was an accomplished songwriter as well?
Please do tell as to what some of that songwriting was.
Wrote Joy to the World for Three Dog Night, which was featured on the Forrest Gump soundtrack.
Okay.
And Never Been to Spain for Three Dog Night.
So he wrote songs for Three Dog Night?
He wrote songs for a few different folks, and he had his own folk album that he recorded at the Troubadour.
He does not look
Balladeer.
Doesn't necessarily look like someone who would be a folk singer, but who am I to judge?
I mean, he's got that great voice, though.
He has that voice that you would want to have him in your infomercial for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
For the low monthly payments of $39.95, you too can have this Showtime rotisserie barbecue.
Or this wonderful chess set. His son did visual effects on one of your favorite movies, The Crow.
No.
Yeah, his son's a visual effects guy, but yeah. Interesting.
I like how it's this never set any red flags off for him. He's just like, I hear a small little baby animal in here. Like, not even thinking twice about, like, I think they're gonna probably kill that animal and eat it.
I feel like pets were different in the 80s. Like, people could have weird pets and it was fine. Like, my father-in-law apparently had raccoons as pets.
Like really raccoons as pets,
Like
or they just
legit,
happen
there's
to come
photos,
around?
photographic evidence, raccoons.
Listen, old man, you give me this goddamn pet.
That's $200.
I like the just obvious mentioning of that is money that I put down on your table.
I do like the way that he negotiates through this entire movie. You could tell he's a closer. He gets a lot of coffee.
He's just a hustler. Hasn't closed shit yet, in my opinion.
uh,
Was it something about the 80s that forced all Asian kids to wear a New York Yankees hat?
I mean, I think that they're just trying to represent that he's in New York.
Oh, that's a good call. I'd never even thought about that.
Yeah. Like, where else is there a seedy Chinatown like this that then you could go to the suburbs and do the thing? Don't get them wet.
No matter what, this is the most important rule.
No matter how
Don't
much you
feed
beg.
them after midnight because anytime after midnight, you're fucked.
Not gonna
But
have
what?
a good time.
So does that cut off at like 6 a.m.? Okay, 6 a.m. you could feed them or what?
I
Never
don't
really
know.
discussed the differences on that. Holy shit! This is a Steven Spielberg movie.
It is a Steven Spielberg movie. And if you notice this set that we're looking over on with this wonderful song that hit off Christmas every year on the David Letterman's show, if you notice, this is the back lot at Universal.
I was
100%.
gonna
That's the clock
say,
tower,
like,
baby.
yeah, that is definitely Hill Valley,
It's Hill
downtown Hill
Valley
Valley.
with Darlene Love singing over the top of it.
I am glad that you did call me out saying that I didn't know who the hell Darlene Love was, because now I could be like, oh yeah, she really is the voice of Christmas.
She really is the voice of Christmas.
Also, an author that writes steamy romance novels in the Lethal Weapon series.
Yeah, yeah, she was Murtaugh's wife.
You're boinking Ebony Clark?
I'm blanking Ebony Clark.
You are
Oh,
boinking her.
that's so great.
No one else will ever get that reference. No one
No,
else ever.
no, not at all.
That's
Not at all.
that's going on the social media right
Oh,
now. I'm just gonna post it.
mm.
Anyone who remembers this quote, you can be friends with us. You can be on the podcast.
Yeah, yeah. We'll take a guest spot.
Yeah. Which movie did you see first? Did you see this or Gremlins 2?
I don't remember. It's so long ago. I've loved these for a while. Um, probably Gremlins 2.
Well, okay. God, 80s character actor right there.
Mm.
I feel like that guy has like a just really long resume because I feel like he was in every 80s movie.
What's his name in the movie? Trying to look at the cast. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Oh, Dick Miller is
Yes,
Murray
Dick
Futterman.
Miller. Mr. Futterman and Dick Miller.
He's been around forever.
Mm-hmm.
Died in 2019 though.
The
R.I.P.
Terminator, the Burbs. Oh,
Yeah, he's fucking Terminator, man. I knew it. So fucking good. Hey, buddy. Can't do that
so
here.
many.
Wrong. It gets shotgun blasted to the face. But we're watching a family movie here, so he just likes to make up small conversations with the neighborhood boys. Totally
Mm.
appropriate.
Yeah, he's in so many good things in the 80s. Just looking at his IMDb.
So speaking some of the actors, so you also have the lead character, Zach Galligan, who I feel like he was like the next big thing, or they were trying to like position him as the next big thing after Gremlins. Didn't really
Were
do a
they?
whole lot after that, did they? I don't think he did.
He did Waxwork
Oh
one
shit,
and
he has a
two.
he has a ton of stuff on his
Yeah.
resume. My
I mean,
apologies, Zach Galligan.
I don't think Zach Galligan has a lot of like gigantic credits.
I mean, you've never heard of Cyborg 3, the Recycler?
The TV series,
Cyborg
Cyborg 3, the
3.
Recycler.
Dude, I didn't even know there was a Cyborg 3.
Mm. He was also in Hellraiser 3 as the boiler room patron getting stabbed with a pool stick. Mm. Oh, Karen's here. Mrs. Deagle.
What? See you next Tuesday. Maxiel tapes. There you go.
She was also in The Parent Trap as the person everybody didn't like. She played that part to a T.
Mm.
But how can we not talk about Phoebe Cates?
She hasn't been on screen yet.
Yeah, she has. She was just talking to him.
Was she?
Yeah, yeah. We
Oh
were
shit.
getting lost in
Oh. I
Zach Galligan.
sorry, I was looking up Cyborg 3, the Recycler.
We
My bad.
both were. We both were. But man, Phoebe Cates. Phoebe Cates. Top 5 80s babe. For sure. So many great movies. Drop Dead Fred,
so many
Fast
so many great
Times.
scenes to just pleasure yourself to.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
why.
whoa. It's a family show. It's a family show.
Would you consider Gremlins a family movie?
What's it? I thought this was rated like PG.
I mean, it's not rated R, I don't think.
It's rated PG.
Yeah. But is it a family movie? Would you say that it's a family movie?
I feel like it's fun.
It is fun. And it has a nice little plush animal. Very similar to what I have over here
It
on
is.
above my shoulder.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, 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 yes.
You know who Zach Galligan reminds me of?
Who?
The guy from God, I'm gonna kill myself for not remembering his name. But Weekend at Bernie's, Jonathan Silverman, is that what his name was? He always reminded me of him.
Oops, wrong one. Jonathan. Yeah, I could see it. Jonathan Silverman, who's also in um all of the the Birdies movies. I was gonna say a few other things, but he's really not in much else after that. Like, not a lot going on for that guy either. So they took very similar career paths, you
They
could
did
say.
a lot of their work stopped in 2019.
Yeah,
Oh, Judge Reinhold. Shit, I forgot that he was in
the
this.
judge is in this, man.
I mean, it is an 80s movie, so of
Phoebe
course he
Cates
would be
is
in
in
it.
it with the judge. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Brad, what a dick.
I think this is like the first role that he's been in that he's kind of an asshole. Every other movie, he's like super likable.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me with your furry collar and lapel, you bitch.
I'm a junior vice president.
That's
God,
like
he's
totally the 80s, right?
dude. This
Like
guy's
everyone super young got promoted way too fast in the 80s. And that's why the movie American Psycho got made because it was fucking ridiculous that everyone had VP titles and they were all like under 25 years old.
yeah. Gerald.
Does Phoebe Cates do anything now?
She actually has like a apparently she retired from acting. She married oh my god, why can't I Kevin Kline
Oh
a
shit,
long
like
time
the
ago.
Kevin Kline?
The Kevin Kline. Um so
Wow. A fair 15-year age difference between them.
yeah, but
Doesn't
they've
really
been
matter now,
married
but
for a super long time and apparently
yeah.
have kids. She does like some fashion stuff. I don't know, but she doesn't act.
Hmm.
Doesn't act. Is it just me or does the neighbor remind you of Margaret Hamilton, the Wicked Witch of the West?
I could see that.
Oh, look, the saddest Christmas movie ever.
It's only because she's cutting onions. That's why. That's why
No,
she's crying.
that movie is so depressing.
It can be if you focus on the fact that
On
he's suicidal. Yeah.
everything, if you focus on the plot of the movie, It's a Wonderful Life.
Uh, Let me guess. That was one of his dad's inventions, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a Peltzer. It's a Peltzer chicken headbutt machine.
Your dad makes the shittiest machines. Nothing. I'm just cutting onions.
Mm,
Ah, see, she even says it's a sad movie.
yeah. Mrs. Stella Baines McFly. Or no, Baines. Baines. That's Lorraine's mom
Yeah.
from Back to the Future. She
Come
plays a
in
lot of
here and eat your
moms.
dinner.
She's the mom in Back to the Future. She's the mom in Gremlins. She's the mom in Stand By Me. She's the mom in Footloose.
Hmm. I mean, she does have the mom haircut, so
She absolutely does. Do you have any swords mounted on your wall?
no, but I wish I did.
I have one sword.
Do you ever break it out and try and cut anything with it?
No, it's not edged. It is
Hmm.
not edged.
That's disappointing.
I
So
feel like,
you don't have a sword. You have a piece of metal on your wall.
I mean, it's fashioned in the shape of a sword,
Okay.
but I feel like with kids, you can't have an edged blade on the wall.
I suppose not. But that's just hearsay.
Does that guy have a rug on? Let's look at, I mean, look at the texture difference on
Let's
dad's
take a
hair.
look. Let's take a
Like
look.
you're looking at some real wispy gray on the top and then some dark going on. Like, is
Yeah,
that a rug?
isn't it the opposite where it like kind of go gray on the sides first and then it's the top?
I think so. Like, look at the front, look at the hairline above the forehead there.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's focus here on the
Well, I'm trying to
unveiling
ask the
of
question: who has more fake hair, Gizmo or Dad?
the dog, I think.
Oh, the dog.
What the fuck is that, Dad? Like, I didn't ask for this shit, Dad. I got a dog.
He's so excited. He's trying to keep the dog from not eating it.
Yeah, everyone wanted a Gizmo back in the day. Such a cute character.
Is Gizmo the most iconic movie plush?
Um, I mean, I would think E.T. is bigger.
E.T. wasn't a plushie though.
There's plush E.T.s. I've got like two of them
Mm.
upstairs.
I'm just trying to think of other iconic movie characters that were really popular stuffed animals. Like,
Hey, that's a good question. Maybe good for a list on a future episode. Who knows? But oh
I
man,
don't know, man.
Gizmo,
I don't
such a
know.
cute little character. I don't know. I'm would think that you're probably right, but I'm sure there's something else that's super obvious that's out there that's like, oh yeah,
Like
obviously that was
Ted
thinking.
or Winnie the Pooh.
Uh,
It's bright
I
light.
forgot to tell you, how to take care of this fucking thing. So don't fuck around, kid. He seems like so not caring about these instructions at all, and that's very indicative of what's going to happen in this
Like
movie.
he wrote them down in his pocket, but he doesn't hand them to the kid. Like,
Yeah,
follow these directions.
don't do this.
Like this movie is all shot on sets and in the Universal backlot. Like,
That's how movies used to be made. Isn't that crazy?
uh,
What is this bullshit shooting on location? What the hell?
well, I mean, Spielberg started shooting on location with Jaws, or no, Jaws. I guess they used like a big old sunken soundstage, but
Dude, I will say that they definitely made Gizmo cuter in the second movie because he looks fucking weird right now.
yeah, I mean, but that was how many years later?
Yeah. But I mean, look at this goddamn face. Look at it. It's
He's
cute.
adorable. Yeah, Gremlins 2 came out 6 years later. So you've got to think that there was some serious advances.
So I gotta say, I love it when Gizmo's eyes go all fucking crazy when they shine light in front of him. It's
Yeah.
just so funny. And the fact that it can talk, like no one even makes a big deal that it can
No,
talk.
nobody cares. Why?
I
We're all in
got
it,
it from
baby.
this Chinese guy downtown.
Well, we'll put a band-aid on him. It's okay.
Like the worst caretaker for animals. It's like, I'm just gonna wrap his whole head in gauze.
I mean, when in doubt, wrap it up.
I mean, you might as well just slap a band-aid on his forehead. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, he kind of did that.
And
Um,
my apologies to any listeners right now as we watch this PG movie because apparently I like to let the F-bombs fly during family movies.
mm. So I want to point out a few things to you. First of all, Spielberg was a producer. Joe Dante directed this amazing piece of cinema.
Oh,
He's
really?
also the director of Inner Space and The Howling and Small Soldiers.
Inner
Just a
Space. Oh man, what a good movie.
yes,
I
yes.
love that
And
movie.
can you guess who wrote this?
Chris Morgan from Fast and Furious
No,
because it's
one of
that thin
the
of a plot.
you got the first name right. You got the first name right. Somebody we celebrate every
Oh shit.
single year, baby.
If
This
it's
is a Chris
not,
Columbus.
yeah, there we go. So it's interesting. So this is directed by Joe Dante, yet at the beginning of the movie it said Steven Spielberg presents.
Right. He's the producer. Like he's the top billed
Interesting.
producer. So why do you need to invent a juicer when juicers already exist?
So it can be better. Why invent something that's already been made when you could just, or I'm sorry, why invent something new when you could just invent something that's already made better?
Mm. Hmm. Oh man.
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman.
Dude, I had no idea he was in this until my wife mentioned him.
Dude. You know who did the voice for Gizmo?
Howie Mandel.
Yes.
Howie Mandel also did Bobby in Bobby's World.
Bobby's World's a jam. Howie Mandel also was the dad in Bobby's World.
Yes, he was.
Bobby's World. Great underrated show. All about disassociation. All of the 80s cartoons for kids We're about pretending you're not where you're at. Muppet Babies, Bobby's World. We're just imagining
Yeah.
we're somewhere else, people.
Hey, when your dad is yelling at your mom and during dinner, come watch us.
Yeah.
That's, let
Oh,
it be
that's
your escape.
dude. Speaking of escape, have you seen some of the Corey Feldman music,
Hold
like
on, wait.
concert stuff?
I will totally answer that, but did you not find it weird that Zach Galligan just decides to get undressed in front of this neighborhood kid much younger than him?
I mean, it was the '80s, dude. They didn't like
Yeah, you
shower.
could do that. They encouraged that type of thing in the
He was
80s.
keeping. It's Corey Feldman. I mean, everybody got undressed around Corey Feldman, apparently.
Yikes. Yeah. But yes,
Oh, Michael Jackson reference.
I have seen some of the music stuff for Corey Feldman. It's hilarious.
I kind of want if Corey Feldman rolled through the south suburbs of Chicago, I would go see a Corey Feldman concert just for fun.
I want to say that Limp Bizkit had Corey Feldman open for them, and I want to say they were in Tinley
Really?
Park. Yeah, I want to
Oh
say they
man, at the
were.
World?
Yeah. I maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm incorrect, but
Mm,
get the
okay.
fuck off of me. Oh no. Yeah, you don't see the bubbles coming off his back.
Pop, pop, pop goes the weasel. Yeah, there are no current bookings for Corey Feldman. Sadly, nothing on the calendar going into next year. But who knows? He did open for Limp Bizkit for some reason. He didn't open. He was the bottom of the bill. It's like the guy that parked the cars and then sang a song.
No, I mean, yeah, he opened for him though. That's the crazy thing. But have you seen like the videos of him trying to do like a guitar solo and it's just
Oh yeah,
Metallica in the background and he's just like
yeah,
uh
just making it up. I love it.
ridiculous. So why is it that they're always evil?
Well, because Gizmo has all the good.
So there's no way to reproduce these animals without them being evil.
I think that one of them's evil and the other ones are followers.
uh oh, not so cute.
Nope. Ah, 3D glasses. Did you do a lot of 3D glasses work back in the day?
I did. I did. I remember we may have talked about this on an episode, but I remember getting 3D glasses at 7-Eleven to watch the Rolling Stones concert on TV.
Oh wow.
And at no point did you ever need those 3D glasses except for like
Nope.
one song halfway through the concert.
Yeah, no, it was totally a. I love this guy's inventions.
But not if you work in today's society where facial hair is okay.
I haven't shaved since 2012. Oh, it's a shaving cream.
Gonna get that tomorrow.
Gonna get that tomorrow. What? Donkey Kong. Have you ever played one of those mini arcade games? They're
Yeah,
like the hardest thing ever to play because they're so tiny.
yeah.
That dog's just like had it. That dog's like, can I eat them yet?
I want you to go outside, get the garden hose them all down. We'll make fortunes at
Right?
this.
Oh man.
Bunch of evil, evil animals.
The Pelser pet. Oh my. Who lets random like so they didn't talk about the one most important thing with any pet. Where do they poop?
Yeah, right.
Like you just letting this free pooping thing sleep in your bed? Like what are we doing here?
Why hasn't he named all these things either? Like that, even at that age, you would fucking name all those Mogwais right away.
Well, Corey Feldman would have named them all. Corey Feldman was like, "Can I give him a name? Not can I look at these 3D glasses and not these weird little fuzzy dudes."
Ooh, doesn't like that dog, apparently. Strung him up with the lights.
Could those Christmas lights hold up that dog?
Could those tiny things lift the dog?
I mean, they are super gremlins.
Super cool. No one second guesses the dog getting hung by Christmas lights.
I mean, that's awesome. I mean, the thing that you got to remember is the ring cam could have fixed that. The Pelser ring cam. That's how I like my coffee. Sludgy, baby. As black as my cold heart.
Ooh, yep. That's some good looking coffee.
That's it, man. Oh, sludge. Put a little cream in it. You're good, man.
So do you think she's a happy wife with all these crazy inventions that he always makes?
She just drinks. She's got
I
empty
just,
vodka bottles everywhere.
I'm in denial. I just drink.
It's the 80s. That's how you cope with your marriage. You just drank. Dad's an inventor. Mom has a highball at 3 o'clock.
Oh, I forgot that he gets it wet again.
Yeah, not the smartest move.
I mean, for him, it's just, hey, here's more pets. Now you have to pay me double.
Hey, you want to buy one? That's his sales pitch. That's his sales presentation. This is a Magua.
The
These are the ones
skill.
you can buy. How many you want? See, he just used the car salesman close. Keep one here for a day. See how you like it. Take it around the block. See how it looks in your driveway. Why
Why
creep
didn't he
through the
just
window when the door is right there?
wide open too?
I love that that guy drove his tractor.
And the bartender doesn't think that's weird. Like,
She's
oh,
not the
okay.
bartender for some. Well, I think it's like her family's restaurant, right?
Oh, that's Phoebe I didn't realize that was her.
Yeah. They had to get it. They had to get the word gremlins into the movie somehow.
Have you ever seen the movie Ghoulies?
Um, maybe. Let me look. Let me look this movies up.
I've never seen it, but the way that it was pitched to me was like, an evil version of Gremlins, which
Oh, the
is
1984. Okay. Okay. I've heard of this. Mariska Hargitay is in it, but it seems to be the same thing, like small, terrible special effects and gory little. It's like Critters.
Hmm.
You remember
Haven't seen
Critters?
that. No, I never saw it.
Critters had a bunch of sequels as well, though.
Really?
Yeah, Critters.
Hmm.
Similar thing. Little angry reptilian looking Mogwai that be killing people. The 80s was full of we can make it small. Like they saw Yoda and they thought, let's make a horror movie out of this. But Critters at least had like Billy Zane in it
Ooh,
and
Billy
Scott
Zane.
Grimes and H. Emmett Walsh. Like there was a quality cast to Critters.
I have no
There's
idea who you said after. I have no idea.
yeah, there's 8 Critters movies, only one Ghoulies.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. The most recent Critters movie came out in 2023.
Holy shit. Maybe we
Yeah.
need to do a Critters retrospective.
I mean, that could be a next year in October kind of thing.
There's no movies that come out. Maybe we will just have to do that.
I mean, if everything is like the Joker.
Eesh. I'm sorry. I'm totally projecting these weird feelings for you. And so, for anyone who is listening to this, I just want to let it be known that a lot of the shit that I say, if it doesn't make sense, it's because I'm reacting to what's being watched in the movie. So, hence the movie Watch Along. That's the reason why we do this.
I mean, watch alongs are great. Almost as great as all this fake snow that we're seeing.
Is it fake? Or do you just not believe?
I know where it's shot.
But I think it might actually be real snow.
Mm, when his hair's not wet from all that snow on it, it's not real snow.
Like you master a wet hair? Is that what
It's
you?
actually fibers of asbestos. That's why he didn't make any more movies.
It's grated cheese.
the
That's what it is.
Parmigiano. What is this guy? Why does he wait until like way late in the night?
Yeah. Now I'm gonna fucking test on these animals. So you can't get them wet, but what happens if you shoot a liquid in them?
Oh, he's drawing blood.
No, he was. Oh, he's drunk. I swear to
It,
God, something was in that syringe.
no, now there's blood in it. Oop. Huge sea
Oh, well,
pods.
that's a good dinner right there. Looks like a peanut butter and jelly, can of Coke, and maybe some Skittles. The cornerstone of every
Those are
nutrition.
M&Ms, buddy.
No, no, there's
Oh,
purple
they
in
look
there.
like Skittles. They look
That's
like Skittles.
Skittles.
Yeah, no.
Jeez. Oh, don't do it, dude.
Keep an eye on the kid.
All right, it's time to mess with this person. Smart little fuckers, aren't they?
Ingenious. I like
Who
how
puts
there's just
out?
a random hunk and plate of chicken legs.
Yeah, that's a like why do they have that much chicken? Do they have a family of eight?
Those are actually tofurkey because they're Pilzer turkey.
Whatever chicken that was, I wouldn't eat that. It looks all slimy and gross. Fine, I'll let your brothers eat that all.
Are they his brothers or are they his children?
Right, the children, I suppose. But ugh, this guy's gonna sneak a sandwich now.
2 a.m. He's got his sandwich and a
Make sure you
brain.
have that.
Just
Yeah,
a
make sure you have that
brain on the
brain on the
desk.
table. It's a really nice prop.
It's actually what's on his sandwich. That's why it's flat on the bottom.
Look at that evil little gremlin. It's like, oh, you stick me with a syringe, I'm gonna eat your sandwich, bitch.
Ma Bologna. Bum, 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 bum.
Do you remember the Taco Bell commercial where they used to do that to where it was like an 80s, they just lifted all the 80s themes and turned it into Taco Bell jingles?
Not off the top of my
Yeah.
head.
There was uh gosh, I can't remember how did it go. To the theme of My Sharona, but it was like My
So they
Tomato
ripped
or
off
something
Weird
like
Al,
that.
is what they did.
Yeah, essentially.
No, all respect to his weirdness. Gotta love some Weird Al. Weird Al's touring again in 2025. I'm pretty excited about it.
Is he really? Oh God. Look at those dirty bastards.
Now they look like face huggers.
Sorry, Mom, I didn't know what to do. So I just fed them a lot of food. You know all that, those 20 pieces of chicken you had in the fridge?
Don't those look like face hugger eggs though?
They do. They do.
Like super legit.
You dumbass.
You killed us all, you idiot. You killed us. We're dead. Butterfly in the sky. Oh, that's another great reference. Like a
Butterfly
butterfly.
in the sky,
Like a butterfly.
reading rainbow.
If his dad would have given him a book on how to take care of him, we wouldn't be in this position.
Meanwhile, Mom's making shitty
Mom's,
gingerbread
mom's
men
drunk as
cookies.
shit decorating those cookies. Like, look how bad they are. She's hammered.
Let's
Mom
make
needs a
sure we,
sobriety test.
yeah.
Look at her stumbling around. Oh, he's smiling. Mom's had a lobotomy. We don't know.
Oh, I wasn't doing much. I was just making all these gingerbread cookies, to go along
Oh,
with those 20 pieces of chicken I made the night before.
payphones. They just went to the prop department and got the Jules Verne time machine and the Robbie the robot and drove them all around.
So I do not remember this at all from the movie.
That they were in alien pods.
Correct.
See, the time machine disappeared.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the nice little nod right there.
Yeah, there's so many good jokes in this movie.
This
I'll
guy's going
have
out to his
you, my
truck to get a
pretty.
gun.
He's gonna go take a shit on the hood of her car.
It's like, oh, you want to cut in front of me, bitch? All right.
Yep, gonna have to slash your tires. You thought that snowman was a warning shot. I'm coming for you.
So isn't that interesting? Like, I want to say that in the 80s, everyone was more fearful of getting their tires slashed. I don't think that's the same case today.
Why? Every movie there's a tire shop or a way station where people are selling tires. Like how close is your neighborhood tire shop to you or any place you can get a tire?
I mean, like 5 minutes away.
Yeah, same. They're everywhere.
Not
Tires.
even 5 minutes. It might be 2 minutes away. It's
Yeah.
literally across the street.
I don't know if there's more mattress stores or tire places in my area.
We all know it's mattress stores.
Uh-oh. Dun dun dun. I love the
So,
music. The
do
music
you
is so great.
know? Do you know? Was it the food that caused this, or was it something else? The
Well,
fact that
don't you don't get
Gizmo
them
got
wet
wet,
because they reproduce. If they eat
right?
after midnight, they transition into the pupa stage.
Okay. I didn't know if it was because they were the offspring of Gizmo. It just happened to be one of those instances.
This is great. Where to go? That's class. Get out of here.
I still keep on thinking that this is like at 2 a.m.
Yeah, no, I want to know how that dude's working. Like, I
The
don't know.
day after staying up
Yeah.
till 2 in the morning.
Uh-huh. Like, did he just sleep there?
It looks like he's wearing the same thing.
It does. I like how the Bunsen burners are just out. They're watching videos on heart surgery, but all of the fire making implements are out.
There's got to be a beaker around there somewhere.
Meep, meep. You see, they go right to Smokey the Bear after the smoking pod.
They're clever ones in Hollywood.
Only you can prevent forest fires. I love the way in this movie they do all the blocking so they can do the puppeteering up through the floor or whatever. Like they purposely put him in the helmet with the open face so they can puppet it.
Yeah.
Also, we need more puppets in movies. More.
I don't know.
Muppets, puppets, anything, man.
I think we're okay with the amount of Muppets and puppets that we do have in movies.
Oh, there's not nearly enough Muppets.
I do want some Muppets or puppets to come up in some of those rom-coms that you love so much.
I
Like
wouldn't mind.
instead of a best friend, it's a best puppet, and the puppet is
I would
part
watch
of.
that.
I want to say there was a movie that was similar like that. Like I think it was a Mel Gibson movie, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, yeah. He was in a movie where he became obsessed with like a puppet.
Oh, is the lobster?
No, that wasn't Mel Gibson. That was Colin Farrell.
Was it?
Yeah. But there was something else. I want to say it was like the gopher or the bunny or
The
something like that
beaver.
with Mel Gibson. The beaver. There we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Beaver.
knew it was like a weird title.
Yeah. Did you see the Melissa McCarthy movie? Um, oh, what was it called? Yeah, let me find it. The Happy Time Murders.
I did not see that.
It's just all puppets doing depravity things.
Oh. I would probably like that then.
Brian Henson directed it. It's rated R.
I'm assuming relation to Jim Henson.
Brian Henson is Jim Henson's son, who
Okay.
directed such wonderful movies as um, Labyrinth and Muppet Treasure Island and things like that. I believe. Yeah.
Did did they need to have the syringe in his ass?
I mean, they had to tell him where to stick it.
Oh, scary. Jump scare right there.
Boogity boogity boo.
You finally get to see the gremlin in its full final form, sort of.
Brains.
He sure is just staring for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He's very trusting that like there's a dead body on the floor and he's not freaking out at all.
Is he dead or is he just sleeping?
I don't know, but either way, you would still freak out if you saw someone unresponsive just laying there.
Maybe he didn't like that class.
Didn't like the teacher. Said like, "Oh, you never paid me for that Mogwai that I gave you, so
Mm-hmm.
F you."
That's all he was thinking. How am I going to get paid for this thing? And this is when he realizes they're at home.
And that is the moment that he realized that he fucked up.
Mm-hmm. And that's where mom's like, it's 2 p.m. I'm not drunk yet. What are these noises? I should go find my vodka.
Instead of a normal mom thinking
She
like,
becomes
"Oh,
serial mom.
I'm gonna go up there and just quiet those things down." No, she's gonna go up there to murder them with the knife that she's bringing up there.
Notice she brings a regular knife, not a knife her husband invented to create killing, right? She doesn't go get that drill fly swatter thing to just smack the shit out of something. Doesn't think there's a fire.
Yeah, don't worry about the dry ice that just came
No,
out of nowhere.
no. And then it's so dry ice. That poor kid lives in the attic too. Like,
Didn't everyone want to live in an attic?
I don't know.
I thought that was like a thing because of the Brady Bunch. Greg always wanted to live in the attic by himself.
I thought he wanted to live in the garage.
Oh, the attic. He had his whole attic, and then he had to share it with Jan, or no, Marcia, and then they
This is
end
the
up.
most ominous background music for murder ever. Do you hear what I hear? I'm coming to kill you. That would be
A
such
lot
a great
of
background noise for a slasher movie.
there's a lot of movies that do stuff like that that put the nice little bubblegum happy song in the
Mm-hmm.
background. It's just slaughtering back and forth.
Yeah.
That's probably some of my favorite uses of popular music in movies when it's, it's
Ominous and ready to kill.
exactly.
How do you feel about wood paneling?
Oh, I can't get enough of it. I need to see more wood paneling in my life. When I
Like,
walk into a dentist's office, I'm like, I'll walk out if there's no
give
wood
me
paneling.
more.
Like, no, I don't give a fuck about wood paneling. What kind of question is that?
I'm just did you notice the wood paneling in that one wall of this house, but then there's
Yeah.
a wall clock and a little bit of wallpaper. Like
Yeah.
you can tell that mom drinks.
Very 80s though. It seemed like every room in every house in the 80s had like a different style and setup.
Mhm.
there wasn't like a recurring theme all throughout the house. It was like,
There's exposed
ah,
brick in the room behind, and then there's this hideous tile.
I lived in a house that we referred to the bedrooms as the brown bedroom, the green bedroom, the blue bedroom because it had
Oh
green, blue, and brown carpet in the
man,
respective
no
bedrooms.
bunnies,
No,
no bunnies
no.
on the wall. She's like, "Holy crap! Somebody's actually eating these cookies."
Yeah, there you go, Mom. Good for you. That was a pretty sweet scene.
Yeah, no, it is. But notice that mom just goes immediately to killing.
Yeah, she's no questioning, nothing.
Mom is mom is a stone cold killer. All this
The son.
pent up rage.
Keep in mind
Gonna
that
talk
like
about the
if
bathroom, buddy. I'll get you.
it would have been more hilarious if Zach Galligan's character never called home and it was just like he
She
comes
just
home.
goes full on psycho on that thing. Like that just saved the dad's life. She killed two. Now she hits him with the
Oh,
easy off oven
this
cleaner and
this
puts it
one
in
was
the
my favorite.
microwave. Mom is so heinous. Flea and tick killer.
That was my
Mom is
favorite
a
when I was
heinous
growing up.
killer.
Putting something in the microwave and just letting it nuke itself to death is it's a good
He's
solid
like,
kill in a
I
movie.
need two knives. I'm gonna get you, my
She,
pretties.
she's going full Ripley on this.
Dude, mom's gonna shave her head in a minute. I mean, three down. What is it? Like, oh no, there were a bunch more because he
There
reproduced
was
it twice.
yeah, there was quite a bit, but
Then the tiniest of TVs.
what are you talking about? That's a solid 16-incher right there.
That's what she said. Why is there only one? There's like one big stocking and then like, meh.
it's, it's a Siamese stocking. Doesn't it have two openings right there? That's so weird. You killed Sparky. Or, or
The
what's the name of the
robot.
dog in this movie?
I don't know.
Ooh.
The light up eyes are boss. And then they don't have to do barely any special effects because she just fights the tree like
Yeah.
that. This poor actress spends more time with puppets than Mark Hamill.
I'm surprised they haven't redone a Gremlins movie at all.
Oh, they will eventually, I'm sure. After Steven Spielberg dies. Off with his head.
Wolverine got to her.
I wonder if my edgeless sword could take off the head of a gremlin.
It can certainly do some damage.
Mm-hmm. See, he named that one. That's why you
So is
need
he the
double pane
last one
windows.
left?
I don't think so. Might be. She killed what? She killed four?
Yeah. Maybe three. I don't know.
No, one with a knife, one with a blender, one with a microwave, and then one in the fire. So it's four down.
Okay. I like how the doctor just doesn't question anything. Literally, son brings his mom all fucked up to his door. It's like, can we come in? And like he just shoves her in the door and then he runs off.
It's the 80s. Nobody talked about domestic violence, which is wrong. Domestic violence is wrong, and we should all talk about it and be advocates for those who suffer from it. It's not good to lock your people in the closet or the laundry chute.
Animals are okay, apparently.
No. This is the part of the movie that's just amazing. They're just like, hey, we could use all the props. Really? Oh, that's awesome. Let's do it. Look at all that asbestos.
It's good for you. Builds character.
Good for the immune system. Let that asbestos soak in there. Oh, you know where it's fun to stay? At the Kingston Falls YMCA, baby. If I was a little mutant, that's where I'd go. You know why? What is can you smell exactly what this guy's gonna smell as soon as he walks through the first set of doors?
Chlorine and nuts.
Oh, dude. Like that was such a distinct smell going into the YMCA.
What, the nuts or the chlorine?
The chlorine.
I like how he just takes it upon himself. Like, yeah, my pet really fucked shit up, so I better go out and kill him.
But I brought a sword.
The mom
There
doesn't
could
try to
only be
talk him
one
out of it.
Mogwai.
Mom
There
doesn't
can
try to
only
talk
be
him out of
one.
it. He just goes on and just does whatever he wants. Ugh. That's where it gets all messed up, is when he jumps in the water. Okay. I was wondering, I was like, I remember a whole lot more in this.
I like how we went from in a hallway to the pool is right there within arm's reach. It's now a spa. It's a spa. It's got the bubbles. A lot of dry ice in there, buddy. How do you get that effect? A ton of dry ice.
No, just pool pumps. Pool pumps and dry ice.
Oh man.
And he doesn't think to like throw a toaster in there or something like that just to kill all
No.
of them.
And he doesn't even hold the door. He just
He
runs
was
out.
he was going there to kill them. And
Mhm.
what does he do? Perfect opportunity to just freaking
I
electrocute
don't
them.
even I don't even
Doesn't
think he
do
brought
it.
his sword with him. Left the sword.
Ooh, that guy. I remember him from such action movies is Raw Deal.
Of course not. This is so great. This is the best claymation ever. He's got the blanket from Roseanne behind his head. That's an 80s TV. The on the ground console TV. She's also drinking. Oh, the Peltzers. Peltzers and the Futtermans.
And I'm sorry, I think I totally misspoke and said what's it called? Raw Deal. I don't know why I said Raw Deal when I totally meant to say Under Siege 2 Dark Territory.
Yes, on the train.
Never saw it, but yeah, he was in it. Much better known for his role as Mike in Breaking Bad, but
Yes.
I'm Dick Miller. I'm gonna go check it out in my
I'm
undies.
gonna put on my WW2 pilot's jacket. Doesn't Wolverine have the same coat?
No, Sabretooth.
Hmm. Who bent my damn antenna? I tell you what, man, the gremlins.
Wouldn't it be funny if Gremlins was in the same timeline and universe as Back to the Future? And really, Back to the Future is just rebuilding the town because the whole city got run by gremlins.
That's great. Doc is like his brother. His brother
Little
twice
do we
removed.
know that Doc Brown has been time traveling way more.
Yeah. Ebenezer
Casting,
Scrooge.
yeah, casting director's like, can we get a Donald Sutherland lookalike in this, please?
Donald Sutherland was young when this came out.
Still look like that though. He looked like that in Animal House, so he was still pretty old looking.
Touche.
He looked like he was 65 for 30 years. Yeah, that's why I'm at the mailbox, asshole. Obviously, I'm mailing something.
Hmm.
If they wouldn't have done this music for the movie, do you think it could be viewed as a horror movie?
No, it's too over the
No?
top for a movie.
I don't know, man. Music makes everything. This could totally. You play some ominous music in the background, not the little Gremlins cheery jingle that they have. I think you have a good horror movie on your hands.
See, they're explaining it just like I did. He looks pissed.
Yeah, I wonder if that was like in the audience feedback or like the director's notes later on. It's like we need to make Gizmo cuter for the next movie.
Well, they sold enough plushies that they're like, well, if we're gonna sell new plushies, we gotta make Gizmo. Remember, in the next one, he's all like themed. He goes all Rambo on it. He
Yeah, that was
emulates a bunch
awesome.
of movies. Sheriff, help me.
Yeah, I'll answer the phones back at the police headquarters that you've left empty.
Deagle. Deagle, Deagle, Deagle. If you owned a real estate empire and you couldn't walk up the stairs, would you just get a ranch?
Um, I don't know, man. I feel like those people like to flex, so I think they're gonna stay in a big house.
And how has she not killed a cat with that thing yet?
I mean, think about it. Would you hire a real estate um mogul, as you'd say, or a realtor where they live in a small house?
Well, I don't think that she's a realtor. I think she just owns a lot of real estate. She's a slumlord with a doggy door for her cats. Her heart is not going to grow 4 times today.
What an asshole. That is hilarious how they still have like these little human characteristics and they're caroling.
I love that he wires up the chair. Like, I have two chains on my door, but I didn't latch any but one. Oh, oh, I'm going. I'm gonna see you. I'm coming.
That's what she said.
Whoa. That's so great.
Just killing old ladies. But
Just
only you
shoot
could
her
do
out
that
the
in the
window.
80s.
Break line. They're getting Santa. Oh no. You know what this reminds me of? Have you ever seen the cop movie with Bill Murray and Adam Driver?
I have. I have.
That's what their demeanor reminds me of.
That was very interesting, that movie.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I thought it was dry funny.
I really liked the dry humor in it.
The Dead Don't Die, I believe.
Yeah.
Not a Christmas movie, nor a family movie, but the music is the best. Corey Feldman's just gonna cut him with a. I got the biggest scissors on the planet, fully accessible to what is a young child.
Hey, so here's a question for you. I feel like I know the answer to this, but did cars not have defrosters on their rear windshields back in the 80s?
I think they did. I don't remember.
I want to say they did, but apparently no cars have any defrosters whatsoever.
Hmm.
And they didn't brush any of the snow off of their squad cars, so thought that was interesting. Why doesn't he believe it that the car started?
So the rear window defroster became available in most cars as an option or standard feature in the 70s and 80s.
Maybe police officers just didn't have it in their budget. Oh, poor Gizmo.
Is it poor Gizmo or is it, I don't know,
Poor
or
Gizmo that he
rockin'
has to
really
listen to that
Rialto?
bullshit on the radio. That's what it is. Hey, can we also get another person that looks like Donald Sutherland in this movie? That might
Boys
be one of
Tavern.
the only definite or only inventions that are useful that this
Yeah,
guy's ever made.
a smokeless ashtray. It just looks like one of those old vegetable steamers that you'd put in a pot.
Yeah. Dude, I totally forgot about this scene. So she's just sitting here serving drinks willy-nilly to these things.
Yeah. What would you do? She gives them popcorn, feeding them after midnight. I mean, maybe she's trying to give them all alcohol poisoning. Maybe she's trying to do it that way.
Do you remember how this movie ends?
I think so.
I don't. I don't
Neither do I.
remember anything about this.
Well, I got a feeling we're gonna find out shortly. Oh, the flasher.
I like how he's just drinking water too. It's not
Yeah,
even like an
yeah,
alcohol.
straight out the tap. They're playing bowling croquet pool. The old Star Wars video game, which is pretty quality. And poker, because they get that, but he's only got 4 cards.
Maybe they're playing Omaha.
Mm.
Gosh, I do miss playing cards.
Oh, dude, I did a poker night the other night at my brother-in-law's house. It was great.
Damn you.
With all the legalized gambling, not a lot of good like online poker sites anymore. You
Yep.
remember that back in the day?
Oh, hell yeah.
You used to be able to play like 5 hands at the same time and just jam it.
Gosh. Thousands upon thousands of dollars and hours wasted.
Yeah. Puppets. You knew they were coming. That was also Howie Mandel. Oh man. That's really funny.
Ah, there you go. Look at that. Like a maniac.
Better breakdancer than the Brazilian Olympian.
Australian Olympian.
Well, whatever.
Hey, put some respect on Raygun's name.
Oh man. The Uncle Fester gremlin. See, they're falling down because of the booze.
Like that was her first instinct is just to even if that was her
Here, let me
plan,
light your cigarette.
that's your first instinct is just to wait hand and foot
I
on these
mean, I don't
people.
know what's worse, that she's dopey enough to try and help them, or that she also works at a bank. I mean, wouldn't you die if Phoebe Cates flashed you in the 80s?
Heyo.
The only bad part is she's only got 4 bullets left in that thing. Oh, now it's out.
That's hilarious.
See, oh my God, it's the first movie where they actually ran out of bullets on time. It's the first time a woman's ever been picked up in a Volkswagen Beetle and come running out of a bar. Oh, I think I remember how the movie ends, but we'll see shortly. We'll see shortly as they
I
run
rem
through this absolute like hellscape of downtown Hill Valley. And where should you
I
go?
know
To the bank.
I in the second one I can remember with incredible accuracy how it ends, but this one I can't. No, really?
Oh man, I just thought that you had to come clean the bank after that.
Like, way to go, Captain Obvious. Yeah, they've been here too.
Gremlins.
Obviously, it's been fucking ransacked.
I mean, obviously they have to integrate the name of the movie in as much as possible.
Gosh, this girl making it all about her now.
Mhm. All about you. Such a great story.
Oh, I do remember this. Not even paying attention. It's like, fuck it.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
he
boring
didn't care at
story.
all. That means this bitch tells this story a lot.
Ismo's like enthralled by the story, like, ooh, I
Mhm.
like this story. This is nice. Dad took a shit in the chimney.
And that's when the other guy started playing Santa Claus.
I feel like this did not fit with the movie, this story about her dad dying. At least that's what they told me.
It doesn't fit at all, but it's so funny.
Ridiculous.
And I love how he just traded it for a bunch of cigarettes. You give me a bunch of cigarettes, I'll give you this ashtray. That's when bartering was a thing.
And apparently in this town, no one shovels sidewalks or snowplows, even when
No,
there's a
man.
lot of snow.
No, it's like the South. They're like, shut it down. Just shut it down. Well, there's fires and just mayhem.
Super quiet though. Doesn't
Hmm.
seem like anything's going on in the movie. Seems like all the bad guys went
Somehow
away.
the snow melted off of his Volkswagen Beetle. Maybe it's the fires.
Yeah.
Do you like the ominous silent night in the background? Is this your kind of ominous music?
Not ominous enough.
They're sleeping in heavenly peace, Dan.
And you're going to be dying in heavenly pieces.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's where it should have happened. Where,
And then mom shows up with a bunch of knives and says, I killed them all.
yeah, that could work. Oh, do they all go watch a movie and they get locked in the fucking movie theater?
They stole this scene from the Muppet movie. Nope, but they're eating after midnight.
Gizmo's so disinterested in this whole thing. It's like,
He's so pissed. He's like, you had one job. I heard them tell you the instructions.
what a very unintelligent species. Hey, if we all get in this one place all together, that won't be bad, right?
There's no bright lights in here. This would be great in 4DX. Feel the gremlins running around your feet.
Occasionally they fling goo at you.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are getting turned on.
It's a
I like the
catchy tune.
incessant giggling. It's just
Yeah.
hilarious to me.
There's random mallet. Of course, they know all the words to Snow White. They weren't born yesterday. He knows too.
That's funny. I'm wondering, would Snow White, would that have been in theaters around that time?
Absolutely not. No, Snow White came out well before that.
But was it like a 10th anniversary of it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there'd be a reason as to why they would do
Like the
something like
original
that.
came out in 1937. It's like a 65th anniversary, maybe 55th anniversary. Yeah. Way to take the Mark approach and be like, that movie wouldn't be in theaters at that time.
No, I'm just wondering though, because like Disney's super, like, I feel like that would have been strategically lined up as to why that movie would have been there.
They probably just took it out of the vault on VHS. This is when they released the Black Diamond version. The one that's worth thousands of dollars now on VHS.
Yeah. Don't breathe in the gas that I just let out.
Yeah.
I'm really going to some destructive property tendencies right now because I'm gonna blow this whole fucking theater up.
We're coming for you. I like how he didn't take any of the school supplies out of his backpack.
He just bails. He really doesn't
Yeah.
care about her at all. It's like, yeah, I don't really care about your story about your dad.
Yeah,
I'm just
no
gonna leave you
empathy, no
here.
hugs. No, I'm so sorry to hear that. Just, yeah, well, you shouldn't believe in Santa. Montgomery Ward. And that's why that theater is no longer there on the Universal set.
Cool, we did it.
Hands right in the pockets, like, well, job done. Of course, there's not one foul swoop to get all of them. There's the smart one. So let's get this Fisher Price toy and bash these. They have the cheapest windows in this movie.
So here's a question for you. All right, so they eat after midnight, and that's when they go into the pupil stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if they're already past that pupil stage, so they've evolved into that, and then they still eat after midnight? Does it matter?
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. I'm not a
I
Gremlin expert.
never thought about it until now.
This skateboard is so. I love old visual effects so much.
Do you like it when you see like claymation in modern movies?
Yes. Try and find a light switch.
Find the light switch, you bitch.
It'll turn you on too.
Give me some sugar before I go kill this thing. Doesn't even acknowledge her. Be careful, Billy. He's just like, fuck it. I'm gonna grab this baseball bat.
I mean, he's here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and he's all out of
Yeah, he
bubble.
really doesn't care about her. Now I can kind of understand as to why in the
I
second
mean,
movie
he's
it's
just negging. That's what he's doing. He's negging to make sure that he could close the deal later.
hey, like I'm only in this for the holiday season. After this,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, no.
out. I'm waiting for that cool Christmas gift, and then I'm out.
This movie is basically Baby It's Cold Outside, but with claymation.
Look at the sizes of those TVs right there, man.
That
you
was
were given
that TV he just smashed was like $5,000. See yourself on TV. I
Do you
love
say
how
that to your
much he
kid
just
now? Is
pauses so much.
say
He's just like stays in one spot waiting for something bad to happen.
maybe it's because he's not that great of an actor. Maybe that's the reasoning as to why.
Oh man.
He's got some similar Tom Cruise looks to him, but just not that acting.
They like robots in this movie. They like them. They like them a lot. Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? Look, there's Bugs Bunny in this. This is another, like, there's your stuffed ET right there next to Sylvester. Kind of looks like Groot.
Supposedly, there's going to be like a reboot of Looney Tunes cartoons coming out.
Mm. Did you hear about that Looney Tunes movie that was in the can? The Wile E. Coyote versus Acme? I wanted to
Yeah,
see that so bad. It looks so good.
I wanted to see it too because John Cena was in it.
John Cena and Will Forte, or it was Will Forte. I like how there's a greenhouse here too. This town has everything.
Really choking up on that bat.
Dude's got a great forehand. Ripsaw blades. Then on the tricycle. That also is a Muppet movie trick where they just put him on a bicycle and let him go. Making copies.
Ooh, that's a good one. There you go. No one will get that reference except
No.
for those wonderful SNL millennials.
Hmm. Oh man, he's coming right in.
The Rich Meister making copies. Here, let me stay exactly where this thing is being shot at me.
351 days until next hockey season. Gotta get tough. Where do they have a pitching machine plug in the Montgomery Wards? Oh, this is great.
With a crossbow.
And the mini, dude, those dart guns were, they like, those were around. Like you could get a dart gun.
Oh, dude, he got shot.
He's right in the arm, baby.
Shot Marvin in the face.
Those are not toys.
He did some WWE blading right there and cut
Yeah,
his
he's cut
forehead
his
just to make
face.
nothing at all hit him there.
He's got a chainsaw. How convenient. He's got a wood bat and a chainsaw. Maybe you got to put the blade on the right way on that chainsaw.
But he's really wishing he would have grabbed that
Oh, this
aluminum
one's
bat right about
great.
now.
What's the best car that Gizmo could drive? Barbie Corvette.
Hey.
All the background movie music in this is so great.
Yeah. Dude, he must have been trying to cut at him for like 5 minutes straight
Yeah.
to make that
Yeah.
much of an indentation. And
Yeah.
like literally he's just still sitting there holding it like, yep. All right, hold on, make sure you get this part. Even it out a little bit.
Here she goes, turning on the lights. Finally, Phoebe Cates found the light switches. Who
Finally.
turns off the circuit breakers to turn off the lights? And then the saw just drags him away, even though it's plug-in. The gremlin not only got the chainsaw, but got the long extension cord too.
He's a smart guy. Time for Stripe to get wet.
How does he know what a gun is?
Baxter, you know I don't speak
The
Japanese.
Marines are standing by with fire hoses. I love that the Marines' plan is to make more.
Yeah.
This is kind of like Alien. They're like leaning into it. We need this to fight the wars. We're going to capture this and utilize it for the military uh, industrial complex. My arm.
Quit being a little sissy about it, man. It's just a flesh wound.
Is but a flesh. Really? He's already getting wet. Like
Yeah, I
what?
was gonna say, like, that's
Been wet the whole that poor dog. They get wet and they get really bad back pain.
stupid lazy eyes. Hilarious. So there
Oh,
was no reason to have him in that Barbie car other than the
not at
fact
all.
that
Other than pure hilarity, and so they could sell a remote control car with Gizmo in it.
yeah.
And then he opened up the shades. Gotcha. And then Billy remembers they don't like bright light. Wait a minute.
Oh, hey, Billy. It's me, Dad.
Hmm. Billy, what happened to all my little fuzzies? Why does that corpse have a gun?
Hasn't said a single word to his son
Nope.
yet.
Nope.
Not,
Not high.
hey,
Not
what the hell
fast.
happened? Oh, by
Not
the
why
way,
did you
there's a
break
hole in
into
your
the
fucking
store?
arm.
Yeah. Uh,
I mean, I would have been being, I would have told him, like, hey, Dad, I got shot.
somebody's yelling, "Don't go in there."
Oh, now it's good. Now it's good. All
It's
right.
got to melt. They had to do the one. They're like, "Yo, we could melt this. It would be awesome."
Hey, remember that time in Friday the 13th when you got that one last jump scare?
So now he's Bubbles. That's
And
the
let's
name of
all
that
go
one.
back to celebrating Christmas.
Chestnuts roasting on an open wound.
The police are on the lookout for a teenage boy with dark brown hair for fucking a lot of buildings up. End quote.
That's why he had to move to the city because he was a menace.
Oh, hey Gizmo, let's make sure that your temperature's at 98.6. Give me back my pet.
Hey, it's like Uncle Roger with
Yeah, Uncle Roger. Hi.
that should be our podcast guest. He's got way too
Oh
many
man.
followers to slum it with us.
Yeah. Uncle Roger.
I like how he speaks Spanish to it.
Yeah. Hey, I listened. My shithead kid didn't, okay? Do you think there's
I like
animals
how they're
out there that
blaming.
are similar to Mogwais?
They're in the deep, deep, deep Amazon. They
You think
reproduce.
so though? Like legitimately, do you think that there's like a Mogwai type creature that's out there? Maybe not necessarily like gonna replicate like that, but do you think there's like some type of smart animal that can that would be a pretty sweet pet?
I mean, you'd hope, right? I don't know. I love it. It's like that when you have a 3-year-old and nobody else can understand what they say, but you
Yeah.
can.
Funny. See you, bitch. Until next time. Thanks for the fried chicken.
He's like, you can have him one day, but not until I die.
Yeah. That's hilarious. You know, when I die.
You're gonna kill me with emphysema so you can get this thing back, aren't you?
Yeah. You guys are probably gonna do some shady shit to me in the sequel, so gonna keep the smokeless ashtray.
Oh, that's so great. Now you got to watch and see if it makes an appearance in the sequel in the shop. He's just gonna put it for sale in his shop with a candle in it.
He didn't even go to the hospital.
Nope.
It's funny. I didn't
You're
even
gonna see
realize it
the
was the
seam
dad.
on the scene, right? They're gonna cut in just a second because he's just about to walk
Yeah,
right into the
into the wall.
wall. Yeah. Even the light right there, like you can see where the light stops. Oh,
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our watch along with Gremlins. Mark, what did you think about it?
I love this movie. It's a wonderful Christmas banger. It's one of those sleepers that not a lot of people pull out every year, but man, you want to show your kids something that'll scare them a little bit and absolutely ruin that Santa Claus isn't real in the saddest possible moment that has absolutely no tie-ins or links to the actual movie and doesn't fit the mood at all. Gremlins is your movie.
Absolutely. So, fair to say you can do this all day?
Oh, I can do this all day. I can do Gremlins 2 more days.
Yeah, I would say that definitely I would agree with you. I can still do this all day. I think the just from the sheer appreciation fact of this is where you have a movie that does have some jump scares, and it has some like, you know, you're not 100% invested in these characters because let's face it, they weren't really fleshed out on on the script pages all that well. But yeah, I mean, you felt that there were some stakes and like, oh, this person could die. I mean, they shot the main character through the arm with a freaking crossbow. So there were some times where I thought some people might get it, but yeah, it's still a fun time. So I can do this all day for sure.
Listen, I don't want to hear you besmirched the writing of one Christopher Columbus by saying these were not fleshed out characters. Obviously, Phoebe Cates was a sad, odd job working lady who liked to serve strange things, drinks, and there's nothing wrong with that.
That's the problem, though, right? So it's not a fun, happy-go-lucky type of movie. There's some murderous stakes that are there, and that's why Chris Columbus, in my opinion, did not excel at this writing. So, if it was like a feel-good story where it's like, hey, we're gonna get a pet, and this pet's gonna bring the family together, and hilarity ensues, sure, Chris Columbus can do that. I have no doubt in my mind. But yeah, that's my thought, and I'm sticking to it. So.
I think for that, you want John Hughes.
Well, maybe. All good, all good. But hey, thanks everyone for tuning in and watching this with us. If you're still with us, fantastic. Comment below what you like the best about the watch along or maybe our commentary. But until next time, this is Dan, the part-time Avenger. That's Mark, the resident Jedi.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, download, 5-star review. I Can Do This All Day podcast on all of the socials, and please don't eat after midnight. It's bad for you.
Tune in for some more holiday goodness next week on the I Can Do This All Day podcast. We'll see you next time, everyone.